Howdy, y'all. I am Adam the Renaissance Nerd. Last night, Ryan Reynolds shocked the internet by first announcing Deadpool 3 2024. Then he breaks the internet by saying, "Oh, I'm bringing in Hugh Jackman as Wolverine for one more go round." Yes, Ryan Reynolds has somehow put together the fan dream of he and Hugh Jackman reuniting because they did it in X-Men Origins Wolverine, but this is the Deadpool we wanted, and this is the Wolverine we always like. We're getting Deadpool and Wolverine. It's a thing, it's real, it's happening. Let me ask you this though. Is this good? Is this good for the MCU? Now, full disclosure. I like Deadpool. Great movie. Always enjoy it. It's a movie that knew what it was, knew what it wanted to do. Didn't try to be anything but the tight little film that it was. Don't so much like Deadpool 2, but I like Deadpool. When you take into account Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, and let's get them on the screen. I'm glad I waited till this morning because then I could show their follow-up tease of them sitting together on the couch talking about it. And we're not going to play this. There's no point because it's just a jitterbug playing over it while they pretend to tell us what's in the movie. I just wanted this nice little screen cap, though. Let me ask you this question. Is this good for the MCU? Does this move the needle on the MCU? Does Disney even know what to do with this? Because let's remember, we are only a couple of weeks past D23. Why was this not announced at D23? I have a couple of theories, and you can walk with me as we posit this stuff, and hopefully you'll stay with me to the end of the road. One, if it's only been a couple weeks since D23, I'm sure there were no final contract negotiations. This had to be set in stone for a while. This didn't just happen in the past week and a half. I'm sure this was locked down a while ago because you cannot simply, and for the simple fact, by announcing the release date of 2024, that means Disney had to know where it's going on the release schedule. Ryan Reynolds cannot simply say it's happening this date without the company signing off on it. This was already done deal by my estimation at D23. Why wasn't this announced at D23? This would have wiped out all the negative stuff surrounding D23 because D23 was a disaster, unmitigated disaster. All people remember from it are Brie Larson and Black Little Mermaid. Nobody remembers anything else. This would have been red meat for the fans.
Give me the meat and give it to me raw.
The fans would have gone crazy. All anybody would have talked about going into the following week was Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman going to be Deadpool and Wolverine again on the screen together. They were together in X-Men Origins, but we pretend that one didn't happen. Would have been nothing but positive news. Instead, we had a week of talking about Brie Larson and Little Mermaid. So why didn't they do this? Because you look at these trailers that Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman are putting out now, these teasers. This is brilliant marketing. All we're doing is saying, all right, this looks okay. Okay, well, wait, all right. It looks like it has the potential to be fun. But we come back to the fact that Disney Marvel, Disney MCU is still involved. Are they going to let this actually happen the way fans have always dreamed? Are they going to let these guys actually make an R-rated movie where Deadpool and Wolverine go to town on each other, and then probably some foe that will unite their purpose? My guess it might be some sort of weird buddy cop type movie where they hate each other, they're forced to work together, and in the end they find a balance, and after kicking the shit out of each other a couple times. Because remember, they can't die. Neither of them can die. Okay, he dies in Logan, and that's Old Man Logan, and that's a whole nother thing. That's an alternate reality. That's another timeline that doesn't exist necessarily in this MCU. But in the end, will Disney allow this? Will Disney allow this? These are the questions you have to ask. Why keep it under wraps? Why not use it D23? Why do it now? Why let Ryan Reynolds just do it? Why isn't it coming out through all the other Disney sources? Because in the end, the success and the fan reaction about these two being together on screen to reprise these two roles, it's about these two being Deadpool and Wolverine. It steals the chicken dinner from the rest of the MCU. That's why, in the end, I say this is not a good thing for the MCU. This, when it happens, whenever it happens in 2024, this will be all anybody's going to care about. They aren't going to care about Falcon Captain America. They aren't going to care about whatever stupid movie they're putting out with characters they don't like and don't want to see. They're going to be served these two guys, whether the movie is good or not. All they're going to want to see is Deadpool and Wolverine. They're not going to be talking about Deadpool and Wolverine in the MCU. That's going to be an afterthought. They're going to talk about Deadpool and Wolverine. And then some nerds like myself will be thinking, okay, we know Colossus in there. Are we going to get a real, honest-to-God fastball special now? Yeah, they did one in X3, but this Colossus that we have in actual Deadpool now, that's a full-size, real-looking Colossus, CGI or not. I would enjoy seeing him throw Hugh Jackman's Wolverine for an honest-to-God fastball special. Woo, that would be good. That's not enough to sell the movie for me. You understand what I'm saying, though? What does this do for the MCU? In my opinion, it does nothing. Does this mean Deadpool and Wolverine are going to show up in the Avengers? Because, yeah, Wolverine's an Avenger, but this might be Hugh Jackman's last hurrah as Wolverine. And then you ask this. It's really, if you want to try and introduce the mutants, this and that, and remember, She-Hulk's already teased a knife hand wielding guy in a bar fight in the stupidest way ever. They've already teased that. What's going to happen if this movie is? Let's pretend this movie's going to be a success. Let's say it's going to be a massive success. These two guys, they hit it out of the park. They write a great movie, directed, shot, everything we ever wanted from this pairing. What's going to happen in the MCU going forward when they introduce a Wolverine that is not Hugh Jackman? Because the guy can't do it forever. Cannot do it forever. I think this is him and his friendship with Ryan Reynolds. I think that's how this came about. I don't think this has anything to do with Disney, even though they will have control over this. What is it going to, how are the so-called remaining fans and whoever's left at this point, what's going to happen when you try to deliver a new Wolverine after giving us Deadpool and Wolverine? What's going to happen? Probably not good things. This is great for fans, which is what everything always should be about. But this is terrible, in my opinion, for the MCU because it's going to just show how weak the rest of what's going on in the MCU is. When this drops in 2024, this is going to be what everybody's looking forward to. They aren't going to care about the other stuff, the movies, the crap shows. This is all that's going to matter. And it's going to show how pathetic the MCU really is. In the end, I might go see it. I might not. Depends on what's going on in 2024. What's my life going to look like? Am I going to care enough about it? Have I moved away from covering the MCU at that point? I may have moved away from covering the MCU. We may be in a different sphere. We may be just talking about my books and other fantasy stuff at that point, other shows. I might not care enough to even give this the time of day. But we'll see. This is the potential to be awesome. At the same time, the potential to be a nail in the coffin of the MCU. That's what I'm saying. All right, I'm done. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, a like would be very much appreciated. If you are new here, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. where I'm here to earn your trust and support using facts and logic, because facts and logic do not care about SJW and Stan Fifis. Hit the notification button, share my videos if you like what I'm preaching, and by all means, leave a comment. Love to hear from you guys, because you guys are what matter. The Stans and the SJWs, they don't matter, because 201, they are cowards behind keyboards. And I really hope that every video I make and every stream I deliver triggers them to hell. Thank you again for watching this video. Take it easy. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you want to get in touch with me, you can reach out to me at therentnerd@gmail.com. That email's for channel business only, so I check it on a daily basis. Also, you can find me at the Geeks and Gamers forums under @ROAS, and you can find me at Rumble and Odyssey, The Renaissance Nerd. Thank you again. See you next time.